All right, guys, we're back after the round one of the 2020 playoffs, and it was a barn burner. Really excited with everything happening on Monday Night Football. First, as always, we got to take a look to see who failed at the quest for the Grail. Now, if you recall, we had Barnett rolling into the playoffs, real proud, feeling a good victory in his playing game. That's him there on the tank, and I think we know what's going to happen. Yep, Rick rolled. Didn't even get to see Monday night. So it goes, a one-and-done hero. Here comes Goodman. Oh, bested by another Matt. That is rough. And there's Rich, who's really anxious about this second Grail quest so much he missed the draft. Yep, that's kind of what you get. And of course, here comes Chance, fast on his feet. Oh, he's nimble. He's quick. He's evasive. He's going to make a go with this until, that's what they call a gusher. So those are the four teams that lost. And if you recall, it was a pretty wild Monday night. 3 games of the Final Four were still being decided in the last quarter of play. Going off the top of my head, Rich was chasing points because he needed Kareem Hunt to outstore Justin Tucker. And at the end, then Kareem scores a second touchdown on a last pass. And then think of going to overtime. And you know that Kareem's going to edge out in PPR points. What's going to happen? But then the Ravens chase back down with their quarterback, who was in the bathroom, is not in the bathroom. And now they have a backup. And then Jackson comes back in and they make it game of it. And it was nuts. It was wild. And then you had Matt Moore over here with Chubb, but then he had Goodman with his defense. And then when the Cleveland has to get back on the field, it's like, this is when Baker's going to throw the pick 6 and then Goodman's going to be back in this. So it was just nuts, not to mention Chance sitting here on Marquise Brown, just needing 2 more points. This thing goes to overtime. That's probably going to happen. So it was just a wild ride, fun finish, been a nuts year. So always good. But not everything is about the winners. We have to look at everyone else in the group because the season's not over for a lot of us. A lot of people are working towards being able to pick for a good spot next year in the draft. But there is another quest out there that should not go overlooked. Let's take a little look. This is the scoreboard. This is kind of what we're looking at in the winners and losers bracket. Now, it is not a standard losers bracket where all 8 teams that enter the losers portal are equal. And the ultimate loser will be determined. There's actually a weird, unusual slate that is played by seeding. Mike Lode taught me this. So if you're ever curious, just go to scoreboard, then up here to playoff bracket, and it will take you to kind of how this works. Go faster. I'm doing a presentation. Come on. All right. So if you'll see down here, these are the 4 teams that are still in question to be the worst team in the league. So just follow this path, and you can see all the game flow scenarios. So right now we're looking at Jess, Brandon, Sloan, and Stegman, all battling for that game 12. And what does game 12 mean? What game 12 means is simply Trumpy Bear. Now, I'm not sure if we're actually going to get a Trumpy Bear and actually hand this out to anyone, but for the sake of the Sacco, I think Trumpy Bear is a pretty fun name. So we'll work with that for now. But moving on, let's talk about the winners bracket. We're talking about the semifinals here. We got 4 teams in a showdown. Let's take a look at what these are going to look like this week. Of course, here we have Smiles coming off an 11-game win streak and feeling pretty confident. He's already got a 15 to 16 point advantage ahead of Evans in his matchup. So this is what here comes Evans. Yeah, look at that. Now it looks like a tough squad. Now, clearly we know that Evans has a below 500 team, snuck into the playoffs, very dirty. And this is the classic hyper nervous, anxiety-filled Evans laughter. So this should be an interesting battle of these 2 former roommates. So very interesting how these 2 are going to show down. Yeah, look at them showing each other claws. Kitty's got claws. Yep. Should be a good matchup here, but not to be outdone. Here comes Matt Moore saying, hey guys, hey, don't forget about me. I'm on the other side over here. You know, I want my division. I do things. I'm strong. And Smiles is like, excuse me, sir. Did you win $100 of your money already? I did. I'm the champion. Matt's like, oh, your $100? Look at my 4 trophies over here. How about that, big guy? Wait, what's that? Well, here comes Mike Loeb. Like, Mother effing guys, you don't understand. I had the highest scoring team every year. I am the ultimate muscle. I just don't know how to play defense. This is the year I put it together. I have both the Saints running backs, and the Chiefs can't stop either of them. I'm taking this to the house this week, boys. I'm going to go taste those finals. Suck on that. And you're probably wondering to yourself, wait, we've covered all four of the opponents. Who's this fifth one? Well, I mean, he looks like Chance, and he certainly talks shit like Jess, especially since he's not even in the real playoffs. So we have a nice Chance Jess blend right here. It's really just kind of a beautiful, chaotic factor. So we'll see how these teams battle it out and get ready for a Royal Rumble here in the semis. Mono-y, 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 wild card Jess and Chance. So that's what we're looking at right now. Those are the four teams, still continue to play. Everyone seems to be very active, even if they're not in the Final Four. A really weird week. We got the Thursday night game. We have two games on Saturday because college football is kind of done. And then we have the Sunday games and then a Monday night football game. So I think we will kind of have these Saturday games moving forward. So be aware, stay on top of your lineups. Might make for some interesting DFS small fantasy slates as well. So let's get after it, boys. 4 more to go. Should be fun.